Hey guys, welcome to another Dream Build and Overland adventure. Finally, the truck is out of the shop. It's mid-May. It's time to get the camper loaded up so we can head out on this adventure. As usual, the truck was in the shop for regular maintenance and check over and a few little mods here and there. We will have a walk around video coming up so you guys will see not only the stuff we've done this winter, but overall everything we've done to the truck and the camper too. So now it's time to get this camper on so we can get going. This time around, we will be taking you to a trail in British Columbia with a ton of history behind it. From massive explosions to unexplained disappearances, suicides, and even an assassination. Well, we're all loaded up and ready to hit the road. Let's get going. Bit of a drive today. It's about midnight, but we made our first little camp spot here, and we wanted to get a few miles under our belt today so that we have more time to explore in the next couple of days where we're going. And where we're going is about 8 hours from where we live, so it was nice to get 3 or 4 hours in today after work, and yeah, that gives us a lot more time to play at our destination, which we will tell you about soon. It is going to be pretty cool. I think you guys will enjoy it. As I mentioned before, it has a little bit of history, and it's in the lower part of the British Columbia, close to the US border. And yeah, as we go, we'll tell you a little bit more about it. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. So it's about 7 or 8 in the morning, and we're kind of eager to get going here, so this will be a short one. But the plan for today basically is to do mostly highway until we get to Castlegar. That is where this trail is that we want to explore, this historic trail. This is our little camp spot from last night. There's a beautiful river here. It was nice to sleep with the sound of the river in the background. There's a couple campers around, but it's very quiet here, very nice. This is where we parked our rig. So that's the plan. Get everything packed up and let's get going.
Traveling, it's raining, we just had lunch, and we both feel like having a nap.
Well, we put in another solid day of driving on the highway, and we're finally on the dirt and on our way to this trail I've been telling you about. If you haven't guessed what it is yet, it's the KVR, so the Kettle Valley Railway. And we'll tell you more about it, a little bit of history as we go along. But for now, we got to get to it still. We're going to camp and then do the trail tomorrow probably, because we're running out of time. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock. Just got a little ways to go. Well, we made it. We made it to the Kettle Valley Railway Trail. We're currently at Shields Landing, and they have this awesome little shelter set up here with a bunch of information boards behind it, and we're just camped right there. The rail trail is just in front of us here. That's it. It just looks like a gravel road, but it's pretty cool because tomorrow we're going to explore tunnels and bridges and all that cool stuff. Now, a little bit about the trail. It was originally built in the early 1900s, and I think it opened in 1915.
1915, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been around for over 100 years, and it's about 660 kilometers long, and it goes from Hope to Castlegar. And certain sections of it you can still drive, but a lot of it unfortunately is only for hiking, biking, horseback, and all that natural stuff. So we're on this section that you can actually drive, and we've been here a few years ago with the van and really loved it. This was before we had any inkling of doing anything on YouTube. So yeah, we'll take you guys for a little rip around tomorrow and show you the sights. And hopefully the weather holds up. It's middle May, so you never know what we're gonna get. And yeah, we're just gonna camp here tonight, explore this little area because there's some ruins here and stuff, so we'll show you guys that too. So here you can see what's left of the actual station. It used to be here. It looks like it actually had a basement, but yeah, all that's left is just the foundations now. Let's go down here and check things out. There's some of the leftover bricks from the upper part of the station. But they must have destroyed it on purpose, because usually brick buildings, they last for a long time.
Well, they decommissioned it and then they replaced the station house with a work shed for the railway workers to store their tools and their things, and so yeah, the station house was removed. So they took the bricks from here to build something else? I think so, yeah, because when you on the picture, like, the worker shed looks like just a wooden building.
Oh, okay.
It was put on the same foundation, but it was just a wooden building.
Interesting. You have to wonder why they would destroy a brick building just to put up a wood one.
Well, maybe they repurposed the bricks.
Yeah, they must have.
There's a piece of wall here.
But yeah, that's kind of cool. There's a purpose-built retaining wall of some sort here, or maybe this was, I think this was maybe another building and this is just a corner of it.
Yeah.
here, and it was like maybe a shed or something, or storage for the main station. Because it'd be weird just for it to have like a random corner like that. But yeah, who knows?
Well, if anyone knows, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just walking around looking to see if I can find any other relics or old foundations or anything. Every time I see something like this where it's all just nice and flat, it's obviously been man-made. So let's go have a look. I think that's an old wood stove. Yeah, neat. These kind of look like remnants of old telephone poles. Very old telephone poles. Yeah. These are definitely old telephone poles. But yeah, that's about all we can find around here, so we're gonna start maybe making some supper. It'd be nice to have a fire tonight if it doesn't rain on us. Well, now that the chores are done, like chopping wood and chainsawing logs, time for a beverage. So cheers everybody, wherever you are. We're going to just sit here by the fire a little bit and then probably barbecue something for supper.
On the menu tonight are hot Italian sausages, and I'm gonna make a caprese salad to go with those. So,
Fancy.
yes. We always eat fancy when we can.
I'm not sure what the salad's called, but
The salad is a Mediterranean salad, and then the tomato and the mozzarella is called a caprese salad.
it looks absolutely delicious. Well guys, we're done supper. It was absolutely delicious. As always, Anne makes wicked meals when we go camping.
Only when we go camping?
Well, at home too. At home too, but it's starting to sprinkle a little bit, and
yeah, it's starting to rain.
we're kind of tired from a long drive today as well, so we're gonna sit by the fire maybe for a couple more minutes, and then that's gonna be it for tonight. So we'll see you guys in the morning, and we're gonna explore this rail trail together. So we'll see you then.
Have a good night.
Well, good morning, guys. Today is the day we go explore the Cattle Valley Trail, and looks like it's going to be a gorgeous day for it too. We had rain on and off last night, but this morning we woke up to nice sunny skies. There's a few clouds, but I don't think it's going to rain like it did yesterday, so that's going to be awesome to get some footage. But yeah, it's time to get going and explore some of this cool stuff on this trail. So we're just at the beginning of the trail here in Castlegar. We decided to come all the way to the gate and start from here. And there's some really informative maps here. And apparently the section we're on is called the Columbia Western Rail Trail. But they do hook up to the Kettle Valley Railway somewhere around here.
Here in Midway.
In Midway. So I guess it's all part of the same system, but there is quite a few little offshoots and stuff. So hopefully today we can go all the way from where we are, Castlegar, here to Christina Lake. We weren't able to do that last time, but that's the plan. So we'll see how it goes. It's a nice day, so let's get going. Well, it's a mixed bag of weather. We got a little bit of rain now too, so there's a nice trestle coming up. And we really want to fly the drone, but it's raining, so we might have to wait it out a little bit so we can capture it for you guys. I don't know if you guys will be able to see much, but We're inside one of the tunnels here. It's pretty cool. This is one of the shorter ones. So far we've gone through 2 or 3. And there's a long one coming up that we're going to be going through, so we'll probably stop in there and turn all the lights on and stuff. But yeah, pretty awesome. I love this kind of stuff. Some of the funny things you see on the side of the trail is things like this. It's like a little shelter or hut built into the side of the hill, or maybe the hill has just fallen down over the years. It's almost ready to collapse, but we're not really sure what it's for. There is a stove in there, actually. An old stove, which is kind of cool. And probably a lot of rats, but I'm going in anyways. So somebody could actually stay warm in here and cook. Keep an eye out for the train. So, I don't know. If anybody knows what this would have been for, let us know in the comments. It's cozy, it's small, so I think it'd be for like 1 or 2 people max.
Well, I know that one of the trestle bridges had a turntable for extra locomotives to get up the switchbacks. I don't know if we're about to get to that section and if it was for the people who had to operate the turntable.
Yeah, or let somebody know that something's coming, like a train's coming. Or,
yeah.
I don't know.
Or
pretty sure it's not hobbits though.
No.
That's what I'm sure of.
Yeah.
So as you travel along the railway bed, they have these really cool information signs in a few places, and show you where all the ghost towns used to be along the way. And this is one of them. This is Brooklyn. And apparently it was mainly alive during the railway, and then after that it kind of died out as the work was going on the railway. Apparently that was the boom of the town, and then after that it was kind of just game over as everything moved on. So it's kind of too bad, but that's how it goes.
how long this tunnel is?
It's like I thought it was like a kilometer or something.
Yeah, I was thinking to 1.5 kilometers.
Very cool though. You can barely see where we came in. Right there, that little white dot. We're in the longest tunnel of all of them here now, and it's pretty amazing in here. It's kind of cool to stop, and you can see the entrance way back there. You see the truck, we got all the lights on. This one has a bit of a bend in it, this tunnel, so you can't see the exit. But man, it looks so cool. Check that out. You can still see some of the soot up there from the trains. Amazing. Very mixed weather today. Everything from nice and sunny to rain and even hail in spots. So that's why the change of outfits all the time. But we're at another little interesting stop. This one's called Barron Summit, and there was a sawmill here as well, as you can see. There is some remnants of it down the road that we're gonna go check out, but there was also a water fill station here for the locomotives. So that's the remnants of that. And there's a bunch of these shelters now built here on this trail, which is pretty cool. They've done a real nice job on it. There's remnants of foundations and things everywhere.
So there was a station house here and a water tower and a coal
Yeah, the water.
shed.
Oh, okay. I imagine this would be this. That was here.
This was
It was
here.
actually a nice station.
This was here. And the foreman of the station lived here.
Yeah, very cool. So right now we're at a site of a big train explosion. We're right here on the trail, and apparently there was a commune of people descended from Russia. It was one of the biggest ones or was the biggest ones in North America. And the leader died in the explosion, and 8 other people died in the explosion right here on this spot. And
His grave markers down here.
his grave markers down here at the bottom where Anne's going. And apparently there is no real explanation of what happened, but they think that it might have been an assassination attempt so that the commune would cease to exist. And apparently it worked.
The simple sheaf of wheat marks the place where, in the early morning twilight of October 29th, 1924, the leader of the Doukhobors, Peter Vasilievich Verygin, fondly called Lordly by his followers, was killed in a powerful explosion aboard car 1586 of train 11 of CPR's Cattle Valley. Unsolved to this day, this act of terror also took the lives of 8 other people. May their souls rest in peace.
Yeah, so that tells the story, just like the sign. Not really sure what happened, but it was just a weird explosion in one car of the train, so you can conclude what you want from that. It sure sounds like somebody had it out for him. So unfortunately there's not much left here on the site of the sawmill. We've looked around for a few minutes. All we found was like a few little remnants of rail and some bolts and some old sheet metal and stuff like that. A few little pieces of equipment like this right here. Kind of a spout or something. But other than that, the whole site is pretty much clear. There's not a lot left, unless there's stuff under the snow, but we can't see anything, so we're gonna keep going. So, came to a little town, or a ghost town, Paulson. Apparently it's all gone as well. There's not much left, but we've made it this far on the map from Castlegar, so you can see like how extensive this rail system actually was. Because we've only made it this short little distance here so far. We've been traveling, I'd say all afternoon. So our goal is to see if we can make it to Christina Lake. We're not sure if we're going to be able to, if motorized vehicles are allowed all the way to Christina Lake or not, but we will see. We only traveled a short section of the trail, and there was a lot more history to discover along the way that we couldn't fit into this video. As you travel down the rail trail, you can't help but try to imagine what living in those times must have been like. The scenery and history here make it one of our favorite places, and is well worth visiting more than once. Well guys, we're nearing the end here at Christina Lake. Unfortunately, it is really pouring right now, so we can't fly the drone and show you, but it would be a spectacular shot if we could. There it is down there. It is gorgeous, and Highway 3 is just below us, way down at the bottom. And so is Christina Lake. The town of Christina Lake is just over here. We thought we'd sit here a little while under the tree and wait out the rain, but it's just keeps pouring on us, so we have to continue. It's getting late in the day, so no drone shots, unfortunately, of Christina Lake. Well guys, that's gonna do it for this one. That was the Western Rail Trail, I guess.
Columbia and Western.
Yeah, Columbia and Western Rail Trail. Really awesome, easy trail, full of history, full of all kinds of things: murders, suicides, disappearances. If you read all the different boards, information boards and stuff, there's a lot of information there, a lot of history to absorb. So if you like that kind of thing, we highly recommend it.
Yeah.
But for now, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.